This is Ablee-Jay Media and Consultancy Incorporated. Today we are at the administrative building in Grand Bassa County. Earlier we posted a story about this ambulance at the back where a Grand Bassa County Superintendent is expected to donate this ambulance to people of electoral district number 2 in Grand Bassa County. So as you can see at the back here, the ambulance has officially arrived in Grand Bassa County, and we're going to have the county superintendent to talk with him on exactly how it's going to be like. Honorable, welcome to Ablee-Jay TV.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming, Etontia. You know, you always follow the news. Not just the news, you look for the positive news that will affect the lives of the people, to take the information to them. So it's good you came.
Honorable, tell us a bit about, this ambulance and how it came to be. How did you get the vision and the dream to have come about with this?
Well, you see, district number 2 is the place that I grew up, and it's my home. When I became man, I know that the situation of my people, the distances are far, and the visibility of health centers. So based upon that, I promised them in 2017 when I was running, and I said, when or not, I'm going to get an ambulance for the district. So what I did was, the first thing I did was, because I was still running after this ambulance, so I brought one of my car. I have to turn it to ambulance so they can be using it, which is the Estera. So even you saw the Estera, so that's how. Because you see that the farm to market road is not that accessible. Yeah, we're trying our best to connect the county, but district number 2 is where I came from. So based upon that, look at the needs of the people, putting people on motorbike, taking them from West Senya, bringing them to compound itself, taking them from compound, bringing them to Buchanan, to the Liberian Government Hospital, to transport them on motorbike. These are things that happen. The ambulance we get cannot go all over. So that's how I decided to get the ambulance for the people of district number 2.
Okay, can we use the inner part of it to
problem.
Continue with this? So we can just use in here. So as you can see, we're moving gradually, and this is how the ambulance is. Now, Honorable Supt, this is actually an ambulance from the look of it, with all of it. How much do you think this cost you?
Well, if you buy a new brand ambulance like this, it will cost you close to $30,000 to $40,000. Okay. But I was able to get it from one of my friends who came from the state. He brought it, so I was able to give him $15,000 for this ambulance. Yeah. And,
let's look at the mileage on it. Did you do follow up on that?
Oh yes, I do a follow up on the mileage. I did a follow up on it. It's a very used ambulance that have been used in the state before, but it got very appreciable mileage.
Okay. Now, when do we expect this ambulance to be turned over to the people of the district?
Well, I've called the Saturday district superintendent. She's not been well, so in a week or two, we'll turn it over to them because they have to start using it. In fact, they still using the Estera Jeep. That is already ambulance. We already turn it over to them to stay using that. So that one will be in the B, and this one will be in the A because it's low. Okay. So the district will have 2 ambulances.
It's great that you have this. Now, there are people who might link this to 2023. Are you fulfilling your 2017 promise because 2023 election is just next door?
Outside of 2023 election from district number 2, the health needs of my people is important. Outside of 2023 election, I ran there before. They did not vote for me still. I didn't win though. But the fact that I know the dying needs of my people, I'm going to be able to reach out to them if I have it. What you see here is something that I could use personally or maybe probably market it. I could use that money for different games. But not just because of election purpose, but the health needs of our people is important. It's paramount. It's paramount to me. It's paramount to themselves. It's paramount to the president. That's the reason why when the president empowers you as one of his lieutenants, you must be able to give back to the district or to where you come from. That's the reason why you see we're going on the extra mile, try to get these things done. It's not just about 2023. 2023 will come and go. 2017 came a pass. So 2023 will come and go, but the health need of your people is what paramount. You understand? So for me, it's not just about 2023, but I promised them this before. I don't want to be like other politicians who promise people and they don't fulfill their promises.
Okay, I'm concerned. You talk about 15K. People might say the Supt, got 15K. How did he get this money? Where did it come from?
Very first thing, I'm working for money. I can go anywhere, I take anything for loan, and they can give me money. I got friends in higher up in this government that buttress my effort whenever I need to do something. If I could bring Minister Magee to raise over 50 million for children's school fees, I can run to Magee, he can help me. So Minister Magee helped me to pay this. In fact, he gave me the first 8,000 to give to the vendor. So Minister Magee has been one of my help. He's been one of my person in government that I run out to. Sometimes if I got some issue, if I cannot reach in my range, I can go to Mayor Koji, he can help me. So I got, also going to the president, I got a few permanent individuals in this government that can run up to help me to do some of these things.
All right, what else would you like to say quickly, as we close up with this interview?
Well, I just want to say to our people in district number 2, adjacent districts, this is not just only for district number 2. It can go to number 1. It can go anywhere once they need people, because the contact numbers on it. So we got to use it, manage it, to make sure that we cater to our people health-wise. We started the mobile clinic already in the district as well. We're going to continue on these things so that our people can know exactly what we can do for them. If God can bless you, you must be a blessing to people. So I think becoming a blessing to my people is very important. I like that, and I'm going to always work along with them.
You think it's strong enough to actually go across the district?
Oh, yes.
Consultants are incorporated. And as part of our regular activities across Grand Bassa, we do facts funding on the projects that should be implemented by those who made promises within Grand Bassa County. And months back, Superintendent Janjay Baikpeh, who happens to be Grand Bassa County Superintendent, built a structure here, as you can see at the back, which was actually a structure that was not conducive for several marketeers in Wakatown, District 2, Grand Bassa County. So months after that, he broke ground for a project that valued over $4,000 to ensure that the marketeers of Wakatown could have gotten a better place to sell their fruits, as well as other project, activities within their market hall. And so the county superintendent, through his own funding, as you can see today, has constructed this market. And you can see at the back of us, several marketeers are all here in jubilant mood. And this market is expected to be dedicated in the next few days. If you have a look, you'll see the table, different concrete tables that are more durable for them. And according to reports, they expect to have up to like 20 to 25 plus persons, because each table contains 1, 2, 3, 4 different partitions. That means 4 persons, additional 4 at 3. You're talking about 12 persons, and you're talking about 24 different marketeers to be in this market in Wakatown, Grand Bassa County. And so we're going to move, as you can see from where we are. This is actually how the market structure looks, if you were to see at the back. And it's actually great. So we'll see if we can speak with the county superintendent on this market project to know how it's like. What you're seeing at the back is that several bags of wet watch was brought to have this market being painted. And as part of that, the women themselves, because they are so excited and happy, they are trying to ensure that they can package their own as it relates to what they can do. And so gradually we're moving to show you how it's like. But this place has actually been in a situation where people are not been having the right time and the right structure to have things working for them. And so we will now speak with the county superintendent on this market project. And Superintendent, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about this project.
When I took over in 2018, I met potential women, like you see them here today, setting on the ring. So what I did was to build a temporary structure for them, which you know about. So we built a temporary structure for them and gave them some money so they could manage themselves, which was around $50,000 in 2018. So based upon that, I promised them, I said, I'm going to do a structure that will last them for a longer time. Because these are women that want to do things for themselves and they don't have a means. So based upon the promise I made to them in 2018, I've decided to construct a mulling market like you see today for them. Where you see they have the table, you have the split on the ground, you can keep your goods. Yes. So that's what I did for them. So it's just about looking back to people. It will not because of the people, the president, were not going to see me. Yeah, God first, but these are people, these are potential women that need to do something for themselves.
How much do you think this entire project costs?
It was underestimated the first time I brought here before. It's around $16,000. Around $16,000 USD. You can see the pillow, you can see the zinc, you can see all of the casting they did on it. So it's just about helping, giving back to the people. It's just about valuing them. You understand? About to value them. So because I see people come to the football the president tomorrow.
So I can see they are very excited at the back there. What strategy do you normally use to have them so happy like this?
The fact that I will be in my car and stop in the ring
to talk to them. They feel free with me. They feel happy with me. I come a social life with them, sit down with them. We have interaction. We talk to each other so that how they see me.
All right, so we're going to capture them here a day for those of you watching. And you see them, they are dancing gradually because they want to see things working. So as you capture from them, and this is because of the county superintendent, Janjay Baikpeh, they are so excited that they have this mighty structure. Just look there, a very beautiful structure. When do we expect this to be dedicated?
We want to dedicate this project at the end of June. Yeah, so they will start painting it tomorrow. They will get painted, get dry. And I will bring Honorable Minister Mangé to be able to dedicate it to them. We will provide them some loan to do business for themselves.
All right, so you can capture them. And as you can see from where we are, it's important that we bring to you these different projects. And so at the back are marketeers who are jubilating.